So guys, welcome back to the channel. What you saw last video, we did some truck stuff, why we let our carbon fiber cure, and set up on our multiple different parts that we're working with. As you saw in the last video, what we had left to do was let that last coat of resin cure. We sanded. Everything is sanded, prepped, ready to go. We are ready to lay another layer. We're doing a final layer on my custom console. We're doing the second layer on Chris's console. Final layer on the little triangle pieces. And then we are reworking the steering wheel as well, so this needs 2 more coats. And we have the glove box trim that we're going to be doing the first coat on. So, stay tuned. Now that we have everything set up, kind of how we want it, this is going to be elevated on a little cup. But we are good to go. We need to mix up some resin, and then we can start laying it. Now that we have our resin mixed, we can start laying a light coat over everything. Now everything is coated. We now have to let it dry. I don't know if I showed this. I went a little carbon fiber crazy. I had some of the surrounds around the steering wheel. I did that. I did the glove box trim and a few other things while I was coating everything. So everything, final coat, almost final coat, second coat, first coat, first coat. So we still have a little ways to go on these. These are almost done up here. We're letting them sit in the sun. They're gonna take about 4 hours to pop off. Well, 24 minutes to pop off and harden. 4 hours till you can really touch it. 24 hours to fully cure. But they're coming out absolutely fantastic, guys. So, come back when we start to sand again. So guys, as you saw, we were laying resin on a whole bunch of parts. They are done. As you can see, they came out looking great. All we need to do on these is wet sand and then clear coat. And we are going to be completely done with all of our consoles and our other pieces. So just a wet sand and clear coat, but the weather right now is horrible outside, so we cannot spray clear coat at all. So we are left to let those sit. So in the meantime, guys, you know my lip that I have on the M3. I am actually going to try to wrap this in carbon fiber. So this is going to be one of my hardest ones I've attempted to actually wrap or do anything with. A lot of compound curves, a lot of curvy areas. Thank goodness these come off on either side. So these will come off, and I'll wrap this first, wrap this one first, and then I'll try to wrap this main piece here. Because I'm going to wrap these on the sides first, because in case these don't work out, or I get this and I can't get this, at least these will be carbon fiber and this will be black. Either way, we're going to pull this apart and start prepping these pieces to be wrapped. So now that we got the side pieces off, what we're going to do is we're going to lightly sand them all, make sure they're smooth, scuffed up, and ready to go. And then what we'll do is we will spray them with the Super 77. We'll also spray our carbon fiber with the Super 77. And we'll just try to wrap it around and make this this nice peak here and curve all in one. So most likely we'll lay it down and then we'll attach it and then work it down and work it around and see how well it actually sticks. So we're going to have to sand this. We're also going to sand those at the same time and then the other pieces as well. But just lightly sand them and we'll be back. So we are back at it. As you can see, we have all our parts that we wrapped, and our trim piece. Steering wheel needs another coat. We have everything ready to coat. We have our other one surround being clear coated over here. I'll show you that, guys, in a minute, but we're about to lay this stuff up for their first coat, second coat, second coat. So let's get to it. So, our first OEM console is complete. We have it all clear coated. It is completed. Our second one is completed as well. It needs a wet sanding, but other than that, it is basically done. So that one is complete. We have our first layer of resin on our little wing pieces on our front lip. We have the second coat on our glove box trim. We need to trim this around the edges and start wet sanding and getting this ready for clear coat. These are done. So once we go, we'll wet sand these and get these all down, and then these two get extra some more resin. These do not. These are complete. We are done. We have these, and we have one other thing. We have been working on a carbon fiber delete insert for our fog light. This is our first prototype. We just did it with a cardboard backing so we could get the shape, but this is gonna get remade in the same kind of shape, just with better quality stuff. But it is on our prototype list of things that we are working on. But this, once we remake this, this will get resin. These will get 2 more coats of resin, and then we're basically done. We got to start actually putting stuff back on the car so that we can get it done. So this one's gonna go back in the red car. This goes on Chris's car, and these all go back on the M3. So that is it for this video, guys. We are gonna lay up some more resin, but I will see you next video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow along. If you have any questions about the carbon fiber work, let me know, and I'll try to help you guys out as much as I possibly can.